Yes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tales of Jamora: The Kraken's Wake, a D&D podcast that we play bi-weekly, currently online. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Sean Hayes, and to DMs, to viewers' right, DMs left, is our warforged bard Twixen, played by Sean Robbins.
Hello.
In the top right corner, we have May, our resident wood elf rogue, played by Courtney Bolin. You are muted. Or you just didn't come through. Yes.
That better? There we go. Hey, everybody.
There we go. Kicking off the bottom row, we have Jacobin, our human paladin, played by Josh York.
Sorry, number one, check the standings. It's true. It's your boy, Jacobin.
Hashtag Jacobin lies.
Woo!
Woo! Jet
Again,
flying, kiss stealing.
Oh no!
Do the whole thing.
Oh no! In the bottom row again, we have Izelia, our newcomer to the party, a high elf wizard played by Autumn Phoenix.
Hello.
And then normally rounding out the roster would be Zarin Brightmoor, Asimar Sorcerer, played by Matt Tucker, but he has not shown up, so we don't know. It's
controlling him again this week.
He may come in late. We don't know. So now that concludes our introductions, why don't we get started and roll that opening? There we go. So, last we left off, your ship was en route to the Reaver Sea, which is normally host to all sorts of pirates. So, en route to the Reaver Sea, on the hunt for a rogue warforged, a glitched warforged, which is not to say warforged rogue. Those are two different concepts.
Yes, they are.
That, as Twixen has explained before, is a threat, a large-scale threat to mere mortal races, and has also borne some arcane signatures that match Twixen's signature. So, similar to the last time you fought a glitched warforged, it would appear that some of Twixen's parts have been shopped out to warforged that are now glitching. While en route, you were attacked by a pack of giant sharks, seemingly in the purview of your nemesis, the Kraken. During the fight...
The Kraken?
The Kraken. During the fight, one of the sharks leapt up onto the deck of the ship and damaged the ship's airy water generator, which normally would allow those who breathe water, or those who normally breathe air, to be able to sort of breathe this like fizzy water-like field when you went underwater. One of your crew, Lantern, one of Twixen's companions from a previous life, in the role of sort of trying to be the best engineer but doesn't really know how to do the job, was able to somewhat stabilize the generator so that it is not completely inoperable, but it is limited to the confines of the ship itself. So what this means is that currently the ship will act more like a submarine than like a spaceship with a big giant field around it.
Okay, so we like have to be in the ship, basically.
For those of you that do not have a form of water breathing, which I think as far as current party members go is just May right now, not counting Zara.
No, I don't have to breathe.
That's right. That's right. You have that subclass. Sorry, I went through people's equipment checking, and I did not go through subclass features. So
yeah,
correct.
I do not have to breathe.
Correct. So I think that just leaves Zarin, and then your crew members. Whereas the rest of you all have methods for being able to breathe underwater, so you could still function on the deck of the ship if it were to go below water.
Okay.
Also of note is you would have to have some means of lashing yourself to the ship to avoid being swept away.
Nah, I'm good on that one.
Twixen is immune to this because he has essentially spider climbing as a blessing.
Bunch of chumps.
Essentially, for pop culture reference, this means that your ship is more kind of like the Flying Dutchman right now.
We can fly?
I don't get that reference.
We can fly.
So the Flying Dutchman
fly.
is Davy Jones's vessel, and the most recent incarnation was in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, where essentially it travels under the water, and just speeds through the water, kind of a thing. But it is subject to all of the normal stuff that would happen from traveling underwater.
Yeah, we just don't have the bubble.
You just don't have the bubble,
Right?
unless you are inside, unless you are below decks.
Okay.
Yeah.
We would need. I guess you could have Twix on the wheel, but whatever. I don't expect us to use that, so whatever.
So,
Too risky.
We should totally use it.
So that is where we left off from last time.
Yep.
Your ship also took some amount of damage. However, as you've previously noticed before, your ship is made out of the material known as living wood. So, given enough time, your ship will repair the hull itself. Thanks to regenerative properties. So, you were still about 2 or 3 days out from reaching sort of the topside point that you needed to get to.
I mean, I say we keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna keep moving. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to just keep moving. Because we're, pardon the phrase, we're sitting ducks if we're here not moving.
There's no ducks in the ocean.
Or are there?
Glad to have you back.
I would like
That's
to
a
use
lie.
minor illusion to make a duck.
Birds
Thank you.
aren't real.
No, they're surveillance drones.
Yes. So, the next 2 days go by...
I use minor illusion to make an illusion of a shark to eat your duck.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna use minor illusion to
Wait,
make my duck
you
appear
guys
into
I'm
a
done.
bigger shark.
All right, we're done. We're done.
Sorry. Yep.
Moving on.
I had to. I'm sorry. Yep. Sorry.
Moving on. The next 2 days pass by uneventfully, save for minor illusion shenanigans.
Of which there is a lot.
On the third day, you do see ships on the horizon.
How far? It's the horizon. I probably asked this last time we played, but
We will say they're 5 miles out.
they're essentially dots.
Can I do? Captain, do you have a seeing glass?
Not in my inventory.
No. And I definitely was never called out that you bought a spyglass.
No.
Spyglass. That's the
Yeah.
one. Spyglass.
I may have way back when, but I've forgotten, so I'm going to say no. Because I don't think I don't have it written down anywhere, so probably not.
Do you all need to view something off in the distance? Pipes up Lantern.
What are you talking? Yeah, obviously that's what we're talking about.
We've
Can you tell me
long-rested, right?
if those ships have a black flag flying?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
And he kind of sits in the middle of the deck and kind of sits down, and you see his sort of optical sensors kind of flick up, and there is some energy that begins to sort of like swirl around his body a little bit. Then a couple minutes pass, and the energy sort of dies down and dissipates. Imagine it's almost like a very light breeze or whatever, like blowing up little dust and stuff around him. And then it just sort of falls. Optical sensors flick back down. It would appear that they are flying colors of the Brotherhood of Corsairs.
I'm going to have to assume that's not a great thing.
Pirates, Captain.
Well,
Cool.
You guys have actually encountered members of the Brotherhood of Corsairs before.
I do believe that when we collected the bank's platinum or something, right?
Yes.
Well, but again, this was before Twillin.
This was, yeah.
This was on our
Yes.
way to Twillin, I think, actually.
Correct.
All right. So, are they coming towards us? Are they staying still? Are they sailing away? Are they sailing perpendicular away? Like, what do we?
They do seem to be heading in our direction,
Of course, they are.
but they do not seem to be agitated, if that's the right word. I
Okay.
would imagine
All
with
right.
our lower profile that we're not actually very visible on the horizon line.
Right.
Yeah, because we don't have any
Yeah, we don't have
masts or
sails.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. Let's call. I'll call everybody to battle stations just to be prepared. Twixen on the wheel. You probably already are.
Hi, Captain.
And I'd like to. How many ships?
There seem to be 6 ships of varying
6 ships.
sizes.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Has our ship fully repaired, other than the bubble?
I'm gonna say yes, because it's been
You
2
said it's been a few days.
Yeah.
I just don't remember the speed at which it repaired.
It
But I feel like it's
regenerates,
repaired relatively quickly in the past, so I
It
just.
regenerates like a couple hit points an hour, so
All right. Okay. So I think.
Oh yeah.
All right.
yeah. So we'll say yeah.
All right. Working with Twixen, I'd like to try to figure out the best angle of attack for us. Being 6 ships, that doesn't really, where we don't expose our broadside too much to like the like to as few ships as possible, and to where we have our best angle of attack with all of our guns.
If you man the guns, we can get them from below.
We're not going under right now.
I want to go under.
The guns are up on deck.
Yeah, so what?
No, it's not. Not a good look, I don't think.
Get the pirates for the week from underneath.
So
And we're
Yes.
honestly, I'm gonna try to talk to him first, because fighting
Yeah.
six ships is not ideal, even for us.
Yeah.
Okay. So you let them approach.
And we approach at our, best angle possible.
Yeah. Which, because your sort of main gun can swivel, actually ends up being just straight on.
That's what I figured.
So
We also don't have to follow the wind, so that helps
Correct.
too.
Yeah.
So you approach, and as you get
Twix,
closer,
when talking with Twix, I tell him to keep that in mind in case we get in a fight with these guys, because we may be able to outmaneuver them.
Yep. So as you get closer, you do see one of the ships has familiar sails, and you recognize it as the ship of Captain Alphonse Lucretius, which was the captain that you fought and absolutely destroyed the last time you encountered them.
Quick question.
Yes.
Was Zarin there when we encountered them the first time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When, because I think that this is actually something, if you want to talk, this is something that I really do think that Tuck would do, because he has it, and it's I'm doing 2 right now. He's gonna cast message to the captain of the ship once we're within like 120 feet and say we wish to parley.
No, I'll just hail them like you would normally hail a ship. There's got to be a method for that without having to use magic.
Usually, isn't that usually done with sails?
Flags.
No flags, but we
Flags, or
Okay.
maybe we have some like a
you can
flashy,
use
like we
Yeah.
can glint light off a piece of metal or something. I don't know.
off my
Okay.
chassis.
Yeah, there we go. I lift up
you
Twix
guys
in and like
so
angle him.
That's
there
because I
are-
was thinking that like a lot of the times that's like you run flags up like
Yeah.
a pole or stuff, but
Yeah, and then
you-
at 120 feet, I could shout to him and he would be all
Yeah.
right.
So typically it is done with various like signal flags, as you all have learned from spending your time on the island and at sea.
That would be something that would come standard on a ship, I would assume.
Yes. However, in the absence of like these specific flags, typically waving around just cloth bearing, generic patterns and colors can be substituted for that.
Sure, we'll do that.
So, yeah, you
Whatever
You're totally
signal
covered
that
for
just
signaling.
says
Yeah.
hail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hail and we mean no harm.
And you see, when they get close enough and they're able to see that you don't have any sails, they start to approach a bit more cautiously. And one of the other ships approaches. This ship, there is a large minotaur with sort of a smaller, human-sized sort of captain's hat, a long, barnacle-encrusted captain's coat.
Gross.
Carrying what looks to be basically a hand cannon. Like, for a human would be like a blunderbuss, but this is like upgraded to like one size up. So it's practically.
I was going to say,
small
is he just carrying a cannon in his hand?
kind of?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay.
It's not a full size one, but
Right.
yeah, like a mortar. Yeah.
Sure.
But kind of leaning on it against the rail.
Is Kramer up here with us on deck?
Yeah.
He should be okay.
And he actually.
Permission to speak, Captain.
Yeah.
Your jacket is much more awesome.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
And I've got a little flap going, a little gentle flap going.
Yeah.
I mean, almost always, but.
Kramer actually leans over. Captain, I know this one. This is Captain Ironhorn.
Ironhorn, eh? I was curious if you might know him. No offense, but I feel like a lot of your lot sail around a bit. I didn't know if you maybe ran in the same circle.
We have met on occasion.
Anything I should know
Seems to
about him?
be one of the factions within the Brotherhood that are less cutthroat, we'll say.
Are you in the Brotherhood?
Not
Rather, were you?
anymore.
Eh.
It was a long time ago.
Oh, I'm not one to judge. We all change. We all make our mistakes. So you're doing what you're doing now, and you're with us. So
It's not a mistake. It's just wanted to get out of that line of work.
hey. So
Okay.
that's cutthroat, all right?
So Ironhorn's ship sails up, and you see one of his horns. Looks like it was like broken, and there is a sort of prosthetic horn that's been sort of grafted onto it. Probably made of iron, since like it's partially rusting. Has sort of dullish red fur with like white patterning.
As we get close, hail!
Hail yourself,
No, I'm hailing you, but
crew of the Hammer's Folly.
oh, you've heard of us.
We have. Lucretius has told us quite a bit about this ship and this crew.
Oh, good old Alphonse. How's the old chap doing?
He's healing up nicely.
Good to hear. I'm glad.
We appreciate
hear it.
that you.
Love to hear it.
We appreciate you sparing him.
Of course.
So,
We had no ill will against him in particular.
we're simply here to stay out of the way of some larger problems.
Larger problems. There's 6 boats here. I didn't mean what's so large to give you guys a bit of a spook.
Well, it seems lately there's been some things coming up from the deep.
What sort of
Things.
things?
Or something coming up from the deep. It's been causing problems for the Brotherhood at large.
Have you
never-
encountered them yourself?
Aren't you all at large?
Oh, we're just but a small faction. The Brotherhood has hundreds of ships,
I'm sure.
but we've only seen the effects of it.
Such as what?
The whole ship's cleaved in two in the night. Smaller vessels just destroyed outright. Seas churning. Storms that seem to
Sergei.
appear and disappear at a whim. And lately we've had some trouble fishing. Seems even the bait
Oh, yes,
fish
all the
that we
fish are
try
gone.
and use have decided to bite back.
Well, to be honest, we've encountered a bit of a problem a few days back with some large predatory fish who weren't too afraid to bring it on. We took care of it, but it did quite a number to our ship. But fortunately, not to disclose too much, but our ship takes care of itself a bit.
As we've heard.
Right. But, so what, are you just kind of hanging out trying to avoid it then?
That's right.
Well, lucky we didn't encounter you causing any type of trouble. Because we don't
Not
mean you any
today.
ill will, directly. But if we happen to catch you in the act, well, you know.
Also, as a show of good faith and a thank you, if you need a hand, since you extended us a kindness in sparing Lucretius's life and his crew, consider it a debt that we owe you.
How much of... I assume there's crew up on their deck, yeah?
Yeah.
How do they look?
Undead in the moonlight.
Studley.
It's more like, do they look
Sorry.
healthy? Do they look like they're emaciated at all? Like they haven't eaten? Do they look sickly? Do they look, I'm just curious.
Give me an insight check.
Yikes. Insight 7.
Okay.
Ouch.
So they look healthy,
Okay.
but they look tired.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean they're all fairly muscular.
Okay.
Crews are fairly mixed,
Yeah.
both folk-wise as well as gender-wise.
Okay.
But everybody seems to
Be
be
on the high
healthy.
seas.
Nobody's emaciated.
Okay.
Nobody looks malnourished. They look from what they've described, not very difficult to put two and two together and say, probably a bit harrowed by what they've seen happening to other ships in the area.
All right. Well, certainly appreciate any help you're willing to offer. And in return, if you need any help on our end, as long as it's within the bounds of legality, we might be willing to help you out as well. Again, as I said, we have no particular ill will towards you.
We'll
We
take
might not
this under
necessarily
advisement.
agree with what you're doing, but I understand some people have it hard, and you got to make your way in the world however you can. Sometimes, understood.
Not every civilized, and he says that with a bit of a sneer. Civilized kingdom acts justly.
Yeah.
And so
Nor do the gods.
sometimes they might deserve to have some goods offloaded non-lethally.
If no harm, no foul, right?
That's right.
Well, when you say help, what type of help do you expect you would need to offer us? I mean, we've done a pretty decent enough job of being able to navigate through these seas with, our own encounters with trouble, but we've been able to push through that without much trouble. But although what you do describe does sound a bit more harrowing than what we've encountered so far, I will let you in on a bit of information. Now, take this. Believe it or not,
A grain of
there
salt.
is a Kraken loose in the seas. If you're familiar with the type of beast I'm speaking of.
So when you say that, there starts to be like hushed murmuring and sort of glances back and forth that you can see on the various decks of the ships. The Kraken, you say?
I speak truly, and in fact, we have encountered it once before. And even further, in fact, it may be our fault that it is loose upon the world.
Did you tell them that?
But
No, May just face palms at that point.
Yeah, I think Twixen does too.
well, like I said, I'll own my mistakes, and if you can't own up to it, then hey, why do you think we're out here trying to fix it?
Is that what we are doing?
Eventually.
Truth to be told, we were just trying to get out of the region because of the events here. We'd heard about where your ship came from, this merchant town. Figured we'd set up shop there. Seemed to at least have been a bit quieter than out here. Figured we could offer our muscle.
You've been there already, or you're heading there now?
We were on our way there.
Well, I may be able to help you. Well, we may be able to help you in some way. It can offer a bit of maybe a letter of recommendation, or, we have done much for the village, and our word might go away in helping you. Again, I'll say this, and as I would word our letter, is you'd have to keep your business within the legal bounds of what that council calls for. But I'd be willing to help you break the ice, as they say.
He looks back to the crew, and he looks.
And to be
across
honest,
some of the other captains.
I don't think their town guard is all that great, and they could use a bit more muscle. So,
oof. You guys have actually had, aside from that one, the werewolf snafu, you guys have actually had pretty positive interactions with the town.
I'm still holding one minor grudge about that whole ordeal.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Minor. Just a minor grudge.
So,
yeah.
Very well. Now we are twice in your debt.
Think nothing of it.
Out of curiosity, where are you headed?
We are... Well, I'm not exactly sure the specific place we're going, but we have some business out in the... What is the sea we're heading to?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're in the Reaver Sea right now.
Oh, Reaver Sea. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're out of the...
Yeah,
I think
sea
you're
there.
out of the channel.
I think we're pretty much on top of where we're going, more
Yeah.
or less.
Pretty close.
I know nearby, but my friend here has some business, and I have a debt to uphold to him as well. So we are making our way to take care of some business there, and fortunately, honestly, I think the information you've passed on to us may be helpful in maybe this and our future endeavors in dealing with this Kraken issue, potentially.
Well, at the very least, not that you aren't capable of handling things yourselves, as you've demonstrated that quite clearly in your past dealings with Lucretius's crew. If you need an escort to wherever you're going.
I mean, aren't we pretty much there?
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
And all I'm looking for is just if he's being like honest and frank with me, and earnest, and not trying to like deceive me into like some trap. It's a little better than the last one. Not that much. 11.
Haha, you've activated my trap card. No. No, he seems sincere in what he's saying.
Okay.
I mean, whether it's that he is like an honorable pirate, or that
They're more
he
like
knows
guidelines.
that despite the fact that they have 6 ships to your 1, that your 1 ship with
Right.
high-level adventurers can probably wipe the decks of their 6 ships, and simply playing the smart game of, yeah, let's not cross these people. Yeah, but seems to be true.
And I mean, also, I'm putting in. I mean, Kramer knows something about him and said he's not as cutthroat as some other corsair or pirates out there. So I'll take that into consideration. Well, if you're willing, then I'll take you up on that. But before we go, let me please write you a letter of introduction to the City Council of Deepwater, please.
Sure.
So I'll just tell them to be patient for like 5-10 minutes. I go into my quarters and write just a letter of introduction that says, "Hey," and I'll be honest in my letter. Like, there's these, we met who we met, but they showed kindness towards us, and they, in our dealings with them, they showed no ill will towards us in particular, and they seem to be worried about things happening out here in the sea. That just kind of got them a little spooked, and they're looking to like kind of lay low on what they're doing for a while, and may be able to help out the town in some way. I also warned that, like, I say I've talked to their captain and told them that if you give the towns any problems, you'll have us to deal with directly when we come back, so on and so forth. But
What a glowing letter of recommendation.
Hey, I'm being honest, eh? I mean,
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not saying, they're, dean's list students, straight A's, perfect angels. It's like, hey, they are what they are. At the end I said, they do sincerely seem to be not harming anybody towards the town. So, maybe this may be a way to smooth over any issues at large with the Brotherhood of Corsairs, and maybe in the long term help to, maybe make something out of a relationship, maybe change it. I don't know, but whatever. That's just like Jacobin's long-term thought on all of that, like years and years out. But I do that. I find one of the better bottles of alcohol we have on the ship. I do that, and I give that and the letter to Ironhorn. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So here you go. I'll be honest with you, the letter's not the most glowing. It's honest and straightforward, but I think you could understand where we're coming from.
That's fair.
Also, as a symbol of goodwill, I'd like you and your crew to it's small, it's not large, but please take this bottle as a gift.
It's good vintage. A little weird for ship coming out of deep water. It seems to have aged a little in Asti wine, but
we've been
around
a few places.
You get this from the Phalite Trading Company?
Did we? I don't know.
Probably.
No, you didn't, but that name is familiar to you.
Yeah, there's a Phalite Trading Company in Deepwater.
Yeah.
See, I know about my hometown.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure where it came from. I'm let our quartermaster I just provide the funds and they kind of take care of what we need.
Very well. Thank you.
Of course. And Tuxin, how much farther do you believe we have to sail?
How much further do I think we have to sail?
You're practically there.
Okay. So I say,
Straight down.
Captain, not much farther. In fact, we may be there already, but if you would like to escort us a little further, or if we don't need to, just hang around a bit, again, would be appreciated.
Sure. Although there's not much out here.
Yeah, where we're going is
I get to mess some stuff up.
We don't need
Come with us.
roads.
I just point down.
You'll get to probably mess some stuff up if you come with us.
I don't think they could come with us. They gotta. How are they gonna breathe underwater?
They could
Make
be
room on the
in-
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about a trench.
Okay.
Yes, it's in the trench.
Oh shit! We have to take the boat. I really don't want to bring the boat underwater.
So
We
this
don't
is
got a choice.
DM will point out. You do have your away vessel,
That's true.
That's right.
which
Could we?
comfortably fits 3, but you could squeeze all
Uncomfortably.
5 of the standard party members in there. And what I would say for squeezing is you would have disadvantage on ability checks while squeezing.
Can we ask the people on the pirate, or do you think it's a good idea to ask the pirate people on the ship or the captain if they can help us fix our device that's broken?
No, it's not a
They're
good
not-
idea.
They're not gonna know. Yeah.
And I don't want
No.
to risk divulging any technology to other people who may or may not, have malicious intent. Even though they're being friendly to us now, they are pirates. So,
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody in their crew would even know what the heck we got going on anyway.
Yeah, so
I mean,
you are
I don't
likely
even-
going to need some kind of
Yeah, we
formally
need-
trained
Yeah, we need a
arcane
very
engineer
specific
to look at
type
it.
of person to.
that
deal with
is versed in sort of warforged relic technology
Yeah.
to fix it.
yeah, that's gonna be hard. We're gonna have to go to a really nerdy warehouse or something.
No, we're just.
Yep.
We're gonna have to go
spend
to Warehouse 13.
We're just gonna have to spend some time in particular trying to find that person. That's all. Once we have a second of downtime, that's an important.
Yeah.
That's a big priority for us because the ship, we need it fully functional. Particularly if we're going after the Kraken, we're gonna need a ship fully functional.
Mhm.
Oh shit. All right. So if we're just going straight down, if we're basically where we need to be, we can't anchor if it's that deep.
No, but I mean, because
But
Because
our
it's a ship
ship
that-
kind of can just hover
yes,
where it is.
it much in the
Uh,
same way that like a ship with a motor.
Right.
like,
Yeah.
If
yeah,
you don't
gotcha,
anchor it, you
gotcha.
can still idle it in a so that you're constantly
Yeah.
staying in the same spot against the current.
Yeah. So I tell Ironhorn. I keep wanting to say Iron Hoof, and I know that's not it. I don't know why, but that's what I want to say.
Stonehoof is
Yeah, I know.
Kramer's last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Kramer Stonehoof and
Yeah.
Captain.
So I tell Iron. I was gonna say Hoof again. Iron Horn. We just said it. Basically, if he could just have his ships kind of circle us. I mean, it doesn't have to be right up on us. Just some space, and I kind of just say, some of us are going to go down. We're going to take I say dinghy for lack of a better word, just so he understands.
Yeah.
And say we got to go down pretty deep to get to where we're going, and this will allow us to do it. I'm going to leave the rest of my crew up here. So when I do that, I give the crew instructions. Who's going to man the ship? What, Lantern? While we're down there, who's the best?
I recommend Lantern.
Captain, I
Or Kramer?
believe I have the most experience captaining a ship.
I'm. This isn't me in character. This is just me asking in general because I can't.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't. I honestly can't keep track.
Josh
Yeah,
can't
so-
remember.
Okay. So
Because it's almost always Twix.
Recall,
So
Kramer actually had his own ship
perfect.
Yeah.
and was a
Yeah,
captain
that's
before.
Only reason I say Lantern is because I assume Warforged were for whatever reason better at driving the ship. Because of the technology. just because of the technology. A sail ship is different from this ship.
Yep.
Well, yeah, and for this
So
ship,
whatever,
it is-
Kramer. If Kramer's got the better skill, then yeah, I would just pick whoever's better.
Yeah,
I would tell
there's been
him-
enough time spent on the ship for folks like Kramer to learn.
Even
Basic crime.
after the pirates are away.
Yep.
I tell Kramer that even though they're being kind toward us and helping us out, while we're gone, if you get any suspicion or inkling that this is like they're trying to jack our ship on us or like they try to attack you while we're gone, go under. And as much as I've been trying to avoid us going under with the ship not fully functioning, that if you get anything, just go down. We'll find our way back to you when we're
Understood.
done.
No,
Right? And if we
I'll
don't come
find
back,
you.
if we don't come back in like how long do you think? A day? Twixen? How long do you think it's going to take us?
Probably a day.
Okay. I'll say 24 hours. If we aren't back in 24 hours, head back to deep water. And avoid all danger at all costs, and we'll try to get back there. But that's only worst case scenario. I don't expect that to happen. I'm just saying, this is just a just in case plan. I also recommend Zarin stays on the ship.
Nice.
Very
Nice.
well.
I like it.
For one, just so they have the extra firepower that is Zarin on, just in case, and because he's got the most difficulty with the underwater stuff as well. So, because we don't know if this, we don't
question that line of thinking, Captain.
Thank you. Just because, yeah, we don't know if this All Heart's going to be flooded out, and if there's going to be parts we got to like swim through, and like we don't know.
that we're. Yeah, I'm not positive that we're actually headed for an All Heart either. I think could just be a rogue.
You are.
glitch.
You did not get any inclination that it's an All Heart facility.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was just the location of a glitched warforged.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the plan. Is there anybody else got anything? Just think that's what Jacobin's line of thought is on everything. If
I'm
not-
good with that.
We're good to go.
So,
Yeah, I'm good with that.
so the four of you. So I'm gonna say for four of you, it'll still be squeezing inside the away vessel. Just it won't be. I mean, Zarin's not particularly big or buff, but every little bit helps. So, plus it's also that means any one of you, could just like ride outside if needed, and just like hang on.
Yeah.
One thing to consider, and we'll get this as you descend deeper and deeper. Is you head fairly deep, and that the blue water gets darker and darker and turns to just utter darkness. It is suffocating. Just the feeling of all that pressure. And occasionally you see, little blips of light in the distance. You do have lights on your away vessel, so you are able to see in front of you, in just like a, we'll say it's like
Probably not terribly far.
not terribly far. It's like a, we'll say it's a 60-foot cone.
Okay.
But you get to the point where you do start to see the walls of the trench. You don't know how far down you are.
I was going to say, how far down do we think we
But
are?
it's pretty far. You'd guess.
Do we probably... this is just... We'd have to worry about water pressure.
Yeah.
Like how? Yeah, I'm having this conversation with everybody as we go down. By the way,
Yeah.
I don't want to get
Yeah.
the bends.
Now, so one thing to note is this is for player benefit because the characters wouldn't necessarily understand this because none of the characters really get like deep sea exploration or whatever. You do not hear any straining or creaking or anything that you would normally hear when introducing a pressurized mechanical device into deep water. So it seems to be that whatever materials your away vessel is made of are capable of withstanding the pressure at this depth.
our away vessel doesn't have weapons, does it?
That is an excellent question.
I don't remember it having any.
You want to know what I'm imagining? In the Phantom Menace, where Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are in the little sub underwater. That's basically what I'm imagining they're in.
So actually, this is I will explain this because it's a blatant.
I know it's like a crescent with a.
For those that have played Subnautica, it's basically the sea moth if it can fit like 3 people, which is designed. So let me just pull up Hammer's Folly.
Just give me the opportunity to say there's always a bigger fish.
It does have weaponry. It has basically little
pew, 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 pew.
Basically little radiant guns that extend off the front of the crescent.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
nice.
Similar to the swivel cannons, but they are only forward facing. That said, you can do. It's pretty maneuverable. So. You descend down, and you see, as you kind of enter this trench area, following the walls of the trench, that there is a cavern. After you head probably about 100 feet or so.
In I go.
Okay. Give me, Twixen. It's going to be a dexterity check, but you can add your proficiency bonus because it's for using water vehicles. And remember, it's at disadvantage because you have everybody cramped in there.
15.
Okay. That is plenty good enough to navigate through. It gets pretty tight as you navigate through these tunnels in this cave system. And eventually you get that you start to ascend within this cavern. And it opens out into a larger chamber. Oh, trying to do that with my laptop, and that's a mouse. That's not hooked up. So, you see there are 2 smaller, we'll call them crevices, but they're almost like other tunnels in the walls of this chamber, as well as a larger entrance or exit on the other side.
Captain?
Yes.
Left or right?
So basically there's 2 smaller tunnels kind of on the sides of this cavernous space.
Oh, but
and
there's a main
tunnel that you're
goes
in
straight.
continues going through.
Okay.
You also see there is a large swarm of, or a school, we'll say, of luminescent fish even at this distance, you can see, because it looks like their skeletal structure and their organs are luminous, but their skin is not, that they have sort of big spindly teeth, and they are all, and it's a big school of them kind of swimming around in the middle of this chamber.
I'm going in.
Okay.
I mean,
was very-
my assumption is Twixen knows where to go. He's the one who has senses, this guy, so...
Straight ahead.
Okay.
All ahead full.
As you go through, when you get to the center of the chamber, the fish grow quite agitated, and they start to attack the, but they're, they're not giant fish or whatever. They're about this big. It's
I'm
a little startling.
piranha.
Nice.
More like if you've ever seen images of deep sea fish, they're like viper fish, but the size of piranha. Because I wanted to give y'all nightmares. Yeah, deep sea fish
It's
are
not terrifying at all.
totally not terrifying at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. They're perfectly well-adjusted fish.
Not at all. Alright, so basically they attack the away vessel. And okay, so they attack the hull. And it's a big, massive attack, but, because it's a vehicle, not really effective for fish trying to just, bite it.
Nom 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 nom.
That said, the vehicle does take 7 points of damage.
Oh, boy.
The vehicle itself, the hull has 100 hit points. The helm controls have 25 hit points. The engine has 25 hit points, and the guns have 25 hit points.
What size is this?
The vehicle
Yeah.
that you're in, it is a huge vehicle.
It's
What's more
huge.
distressing about this activity is from the two side caverns as you're trying to power through. Up here, this eel that is about 30 feet long.
You've been playing Super Mario 64?
Of course.
That's all I can think of.
Yeah,
is
like
the
that, like
eel.
Unagi,
Yeah.
which is the name of that enemy. Big, giant, except this is not a gulper eel. So imagine it looks like a moray eel.
Okay.
And on the other side, out lashes this giant crab claw as this monstrous, absolutely monstrous crab skitters out. And it's unclear what they're trying to attack, but you are in the center of the room in the middle of this school of fish. So
Hey, Azalea,
Yes.
is there anything you can do about these fish around the ship here?
I'm currently trying to look through my spell book here to see if there is anything of such. The most that I can see that I can have here is I could attack the fish with a hand that I could make. Yeah, or I could push them away with the hand, I believe.
You don't have any big flashy types of spells that
I do not recommend Fireball since that's
I know Fireball. Yeah, because
Fireball. No, I'm just kidding.
as a DM, I'm on the same page. Like, yeah, that wouldn't work
Yep.
right here.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
trying
it's
to
too
figure
many
out
make
if I have.
concern.
I could use. I could make illusions of something.
There you go. That might do something. That might work.
Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to make. I'm going to use minor illusion, and I'm going to make a shark. That appears as coming after these fish outside of the vessel.
Sharknado?
Yeah, actually, just gonna be. Can I make several sharks with this, or can I only make one?
I'm gonna say with minor illusion because that's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that it's one shark, and because I think it's a medium-sized illusion.
So can I give it both an image and a sound, or is it one or the other?
I'd have to look that up.
This says you create a sound or an image of an object within range.
Or
So then
Yeah,
it's
that's what I was
or.
thinking.
So it can
Okay.
be visual or auditory. So yeah, we'll say you can create the visual of a shark going through. This is gonna be. Oh man.
I tell.
Well, actually, what's
hey,
your
Twixen,
spell
if,
save DC? Actually, let's do it this way. What's your spell save DC?
17.
Okay. Because the whole point of illusions is that they force intelligence saves to see if things believe them or not.
Yeah, to see if do they know that I'm BSing them
Yeah.
with an illusion?
Yes, and intelligence
Or do
saves
they
are
know
used
that
for
I'm
like
BSing
almost
them?
nothing else. So let's get some use out of that. All right, so I'm going to say what that does is it imposes disadvantage. So, okay. When that happens, you see the eel's attention turn toward the shark and it lashes out super quick. That activity is enough that the crab kind of diverts its attention momentarily, and as the claw comes crushing down on the vehicle, you manage to do like a rolling maneuver, and you roll just enough that you like slide right through.
Use the boost to get through.
Emerging unscathed, because otherwise that was
Perfect.
going to be 20 points of damage to your vehicle, and you're able to pass through. The school of fish is going to get one more attack as you exit, and deal another 7 points of damage. From here, it continues twisting and turning the passageway. And for all the work that you did ascending, you are now descending again. And you're descending for a while, to the point that it seems like you've gone even deeper than you initially entered this trench at. And then it kind of does like a sharp incline. And to the point that off in the distance you can see it looks like the surface of the water. Twixen.
Yes.
You get a message pop up, basically, in your visual interface.
Someone's sliding in your DMs, bro.
Understood. Yep,
Well, a
yep,
little bit,
apparently.
little bit. Not unlike when you got the notice about the All Heart facility in Twillin. However, this one, it kind of like crackles and glitches as it comes in. So it looks like it was sort of like hammered in. And it looks like that it like is like constantly switching from a script that you may have seen before, and understand that it's Aquan, but you don't speak it, to,
What?
to common. Aquan is a language.
Yeah.
And it says, I'm swimming in the deepest ocean. I'm drowning in the darkest emotion. They called me useless. They called me weak. They all said my future was bleak. I want to show them if I can. And then it does like a processing, that I can take you out, Twixen. And when that finishes, you reach the top and you actually surface. And you are now in this sort of pocket cavern where there seems to be air. And there is, for lack of a better term, like a small island in this cavern. And you see there's just like a small coral-encrusted outcropping. And sitting there is a warforged with a spear and sort of, just going like this, and tendrils of water are reaching up and kind of just like swirling around.
Oh boy.
This who you're looking for?
Yes.
Well, then let's get to
It's
it.
not ominous at all.
No. I will exit the vehicle and cast light on my spear.
Okay. When you do that, there is kind of a reaction, and you notice there's all sorts of sort of flotsam and sea life lining the walls of this chamber that then intersperse with bioluminescent light, so that it lights it up with this like greenish glow. Very, very sort of faint, so that outside the area of your light spell is dim light, but it allows you to have some semblance of sight in there. And you see sort of this warforged sitting in the center, was previously lit up by sort of the arcane glyphs and patterning through its sort of circuitry, as well as the two optical sensors.
Once Twixen hops out, I hop out right behind him. Say, well, usually I'm the shit talker here, but I'll let you do the speaking this time. Just let me know when we're ready to go.
The speaking has already completed. We may go.
All right. I start running at the Warforged.
Let's roll initiative first.
Oh gosh. All right, new die. All right.
All right, smelly D20.
Okay.
It's up to
Okay.
you.
10.
Oh. Maybe the
15,
stank
Sean.
isn't so good for rolls.
Got a 3.
So Ideally has a 3. Jacobin has a 6. Okay.
Sean, did you get that? I got a 15.
I did not.
Okay, yeah,
So,
I got a
hang on.
15.
I am updating several things right now. All right, so 15 we're just going to ignore Zarin, which will probably screw up this fight's budget entirely, but it's okay. You guys are awesome. Twixen.
10.
10. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say that you all have exited the away vessel.
Yeah.
And the warforged sort of stands up. You notice that this warforged. Let me describe it before we get to May's turn.
Mm-hmm.
So hang on, I'm typing stuff in the chat.
Yep.
There we go. So this
So-
warforged is covered in blue and green plating. And much of his form is encrusted with this sort of spiky coral, as well as what looks like some bits of sort of sea flora that have like spines.
Okay. Cool.
So there we go.
Cool.
Oh, my apologies. There is stuff that happens on initiative count 20. My bad. Because it's a lair.
Lair action.
Lair action. Okay. So, before anybody goes, the water level in the room rises by about 2 feet.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So, the whole area is now difficult terrain because you're sloshing through 2 feet of water.
Where is this?
The whole chamber.
The whole chain. Gotcha. Okay.
Basically rose the water level in the chamber.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is the island covered with water too now?
Yes,
Yeah.
the whole chamber.
Okay.
So you can still walk through. It's just difficult terrain. So that is initiative count 20. So my apologies, Courtney. Go ahead.
Nope, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just looking up one thing real quick.
Sure. Let's see. Then we have a whole bunch of stuff before Twixen.
Nope, we're good. Okay. So how far away from the Warforged am I?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. I am gonna double dash so for and get to them with my movement and my action. Yes, movement and action. And I wanna no, dash. There we go. Use my cunning action for a dash.
Okay.
So when I go the 35 feet, all right, I'll go.
So okay. Hang on. I think I know what you're trying to do. So
Yes, you
you
know-
are going to
Words, I have
use
them.
your bonus action to dash, and then when you
Yes.
do that, use Bolts of the Grave.
Yes, because I
Okay.
will, even though I'm going slowly, I'll still get there and be close enough to do it.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes. Thank you. That's cocked. All right. 17 to hit.
A 17 will hit.
Awesome. $16 damage.
Okay.
and I'm not gonna move any further because I know that I've got everybody else behind me. So.
Upon taking that damage.
Yep. And that's
see-
necrotic damage.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that makes a difference, but
Let me just double check.
Yep.
It does not.
I didn't think so, but
It sort of looks at you, then looks at Twixen, and sort of takes the arm that's not holding the spear and like clenches it, and you see coral start to rapidly grow across its chest, further grow across its chassis.
Okay. Okay.
It is warforged designation Mariner's turn.
I totally should have put on my mariner studded leather.
Is going
Yep.
to
Should have.
You
But
did.
it doesn't
basically
affect...
rush up and going to rush past May. So
Okay.
you get to take an attack
Wait.
of opportunity.
I was gonna say, do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
Sweet.
It does not
can
seem to be
I-
affected by the water.
Okay. And that has to be a melee thing. Can I just dab at him with my sunblade as he goes by?
Your sunblade is not.
Oh no, I have to activate it.
That is correct.
Just a dagger then.
Yep.
Come on. Stop cocking. Alright. 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Nice.
Yeah. However,
And 8 damage?
so it takes that damage. May, do you have resistance to poison damage?
Yes, I know I do.
In that case,
I
you take-
have advantage against disease and being poisoned.
So, and you also have resistance to poison damage. Yes or no?
I guess not. I guess it's just advantage on against disease and being poisoned.
Okay. In that case, you take 15 points of poison damage as
What?
several of those spines
Oof.
break across your skin as you make a melee attack. And you now feel it burns.
Big oof.
Yes.
Don't
like a
get
jellyfish sting.
close.
So, too bad. Rushes up to Twixen. So puts it basically in melee range to the rest of you. Stabs at Twixen with a spear claw. That's gonna be a 22 to hit Twixen.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 12 points of piercing damage. And then, in one motion, sort of spins, and then crosses arms, and then flexes, and then the coral and the spines shoot out into the three of you. So I need you all to make Constitution saving throws.
I do have resistance to poison. Does that matter?
It will. I knew you had resistance to poison.
Also add 3 to your rolls.
Yes.
Me too.
No.
Okay.
You are... Well, so you're
You're too
outside of that
far.
range. You are also not part of this effect.
Okay, it was you guys. Okay. Sorry.
Yes.
21.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
10.
Okay. Let me just see. Okay. So Twixen is the only one that
Again?
succeeds.
I can hear the music. I love
Nice.
it. Sorry.
All right. So I need another D10. All right. So, for those that failed, you are taking 10 acid and 11 poison damage. So for a total of 21 damage. Twixen, this is where this gets complicated because it's succeeding on a save and then having resistance. So
Is this a gas or vapor by any chance?
it is not. You are being stabbed with poisonous coral growths. Is what
That's
this
an
says.
oddly specific question.
So Iozelia has a necklace that basically allows her to ignore the gaseous effects.
Does she have another Periat? Like I have the Periat of Health?
No, it's a necklace of adaptation.
Ah.
So
I
it's
think that
it's
just helps
basically
me breathe.
you don't
I don't
breathe
know.
is what it is, or you're able to breathe normally in any environment.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
it does protect you against poisonous gases. So Twixen takes 5 points of acid damage and 2 points of poison damage. So for a total of 7. Then there are jets of water that sort of animate and attack each of you. 1 attack per person. So we'll start with Twixen. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna need dexterity saving throws from everybody, so you might as well just all make them.
Does your +3 go for that, Jacob?
As long as you're within 10 feet of me.
21.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
15.
May, I need one from you as well. This is an area effect, so evasion will apply.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Which one was this again?
Dexterity.
Check or save?
It's a save.
Oh.
12. Everybody succeeded. So
Cool!
you only take 4 points of acid damage.
I don't take anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
And what this is basically is
I'm getting better at roguing.
it is sort of salt water that has been corrupted to enhance its corrosive properties. So like it's not actually like acid per se. It's not like hydrochloric acid or anything like that. It's just like extremely salty water that has been corrupted so that it like desiccates and it causes extra damage to your stuff. It's just a way of describing it. Okay. Twixen, it is your turn.
Hold on 1 second. What's up?
Jacobin, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm not gonna screw around with this guy.
We go. Oh, yeah.
So,
I
Shatter,
love
on
it.
yourself.
I am going to cast Enervation on him, so he needs to pass a Dex 15 save.
Oh boy.
What is that? What is that?
Don't worry
what was,
about it. It's fine.
Really? You'll
what
see.
was the what was the save DC?
15.
Dex 15.
Dex 15. It's gonna succeed.
Okay, he still takes 8 damage, and I will heal 4.
Okay.
And that is me.
After your turn, it's gonna release that burst of stuff again. So I need a con save from the 3 people that are right next to it.
10.
11.
16.
Again, Twixen succeeds. The rest don't. Oh my god! Oh no!
Things you never want to hear from your DM.
Oh man!
Scary for you guys.
Oh boy. Right. Okay.
Okay.
So, Jacobin and Izelia take a total of 46 damage.
What?
Oh,
46. You said 46.
46.
I'm down.
Now, Twixen, you take a total of 17 damage total. Again, because you're taking 1/4 of the poison damage.
Nice. Okay, that's not too bad.
Yes. That was rolling a maximum on 3 dice.
This
and
guy's
close
done
to
like
maximum.
6 things, and we haven't gone through the order yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Boss fight.
Hey,
Yep.
About time I gave him teeth.
you're talking to the guy who loves to break the rules. Hey, I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Jacobin, it's your turn.
Well, my original plan's out the window because we're just gonna lay on hands.
Okay.
Myself.
I got you, Azalea. Don't worry.
I can't say anything.
I know you can't. I'm telling your corpse. Don't worry. I got this. I have speak with dead. I'm sorry. No, I do have something that can actually be helpful.
Oh, okay. That's not painful.
I just thought that was good.
I'll
That was
heal
really good.
I'll heal myself for 45 with lay on hands.
Okay. Would you like
And
to do
then-
anything with your bonus action?
With my bonus action, we're going Vow of Enmity on this guy.
Okay. So doing so activates that property on your hammer.
Correct.
So that now, if you would be dropped, you can say no.
Yes.
With a successful save.
Correct.
You say just no.
Yep.
And I tell this guy, you're making a big mistake, buddy. That's it.
After your turn, Jacobin, it simply says, it like turns to you and it says in like a raspy voice, "Are you sure about that?" And then the coral continues to grow and compound upon itself. So it's almost like hunching over at this point and like growing this like colony of coral. There are 4 larger spouts of water. So I need basically everybody that's conscious to make strength saving throws as these sort of spouts of water like slam into you and then release, and so they look like water elementals.
14.
Okay, that's a success. Didn't hear you, Courtney.
13?
That is a success.
Do I just automatically take a death?
You
save?
are, yes, going to take a death save.
Oof.
Twixen,
Big oof.
22.
22, you succeed. So those of you that succeeded are pushed out away from the center of the island. Izelia, so you took a death save. If you were conscious, you would be restrained. You don't have to worry about drowning because of your necklace. But the elemental then sort of slinks, like carrying you with it, slinks back into the water. So you are basically kind of bobbing within this elemental, just off the edge of the island. I need you to make a death saving throw.
All right.
Now, remember that you have plot coins.
It's
that you can
okay.
spend.
I got a 14.
Okay.
Okay.
So one success.
Okay. We're 1 for 1. Okay. We're good. Okay.
All right. That moves us back to the top of the order.
Cool.
Mariner, then sort of like starts its non-spear hand starts to shake and crackle with this purplish energy and clenches its fist. And when it does that, this energy courses out through its hand, then its arm down through its body, and pulses into the water, changing it from its usual color into this purplish, inky black water.
So excited he inked.
And there are these like motes of purple energy like drifting up from the water.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I try and make jokes when I'm nervous.
There's nothing to be nervous about.
If I could talk, I would say says you.
So,
Yeah.
so there are no immediate effects of what that did. So May,
Okay.
it is your
Yep.
turn.
How far away am I from Azalea and the water elemental?
You are 45 feet away from Izelia, and it is difficult terrain.
Yes. So, okay. Trying to figure out, cause I can't get to her, but I can use my bonus action and my movement to dash.
Yeah.
To get close to her, and then would I? I'm looking at bolts from the grave. And it just says it's a 30-foot range. Against any creature within 30 feet of me, and
Yeah.
so could I be able to just hit the water elemental and not Azalea?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if she was like, if we're talking like gelatinous cube inside of or what. So, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so use
so
my
when
movement
you
and my
move
bonus
away,
action to dash.
There are two creatures that are going to make attacks against you.
I should have disengaged.
Let's see.
Then you would have been able to dash.
Yes, I could have. I still could use my action
Oh,
to
yeah,
dash.
gotcha.
Yeah.
But not done what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
All right, so one is definitely going to miss with a 12.
Yep.
The other one is a 19 to hit.
Oh, yep. That hits.
Oof! That is 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
That said, go ahead and make your attack against the water elemental.
14 to hit.
That will hit.
Awesome. New dice for sneak attack. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, okay. All right. 5, 10, 13. 17 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
It is Mariner's turn.
As soon as I can get to you, Azalea, and like get you safe, I can stabilize you.
I may be okay. I'm looking pretty solid, to be honest. So I think I have... Actually, I can be fine. I have 2 guaranteed rolls.
So Mariner is going to reach out and, at the end of May's turn, punch Twixen. That
Just
is
straight up
a
cold cock him.
17 to hit.
Nope.
That does not hit. Okay. On its turn, going to again, basically, sort of Kirby-esque needle. Now just Twixen and Jacobin. So this is going to be again Constitution saving throws.
Man, I can't roll today.
15.
11.
Okay. 15 will succeed. Sorry, Josh. 11 will not. All right, so
We're just rocking out to the music.
Yeah.
sorry, doing math.
Math.
Welcome to my world.
So Jacobin, you're going to take 42 points of damage.
Jesus freaking Christ.
Twixen, you're going to take 17 points of damage total.
Dunskies.
That is its turn. So, these little duders. Now that one of the party is basically unconscious, they're going to double up now. So 2 are going to go after May, and then 2 are going to go after Twixen. And basically, how this is going to work is one's going to help the other one. So one's going to try and distract, and the other one's going to attack with advantage. So Twixen, that is an 18, which I'm going to assume does not hit.
Nope.
Okay. May,
Mm-hmm.
that is a 17.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. So
So
Twixen.
glad.
you are next, and then Jacobin, you're on deck.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to enervate him again, so he's got to make a dex 15 save.
Okay. It succeeds.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that. But he still takes math 12 damage, and I regain 6 hit points.
You do not regain 6 hit points.
Whoa.
The healing
Okay.
energy that would be absorbed by enervation is instead sucked into the void-tainted water.
Oh boy.
How you said taint.
Okay.
I'm really nervous.
Well,
That would be
Twixen, would you like to do anything with your bonus action?
It's not fun right now. Scary. You're doing me a heck
yeah,
of a
I would
scare.
like to give Jacobin inspiration as I
Inspiration,
start
Yeah.
to throat sing.
So that's a D10?
D10.
D10.
To what?
Pretty much anything.
Damage?
You can add it to damage, yeah.
Perfect.
I'm gonna guess. Josh is gonna make an attack, see if it hits, and then spend a plot coin.
Oh, I'm sick of this. One round of healing, and I'm sick of healing. So, this guy can do too much. So, I've decided this is a DPS race at this point, and there's nothing I do better.
That DPS race.
Am I up?
You are up, in fact.
Yeah, we're swinging for the fences.
Yep.
Where'd the stupid dice come back? Why would you run away? All right. Jeez, I almost lost it again. Okay. About an enemy, so I roll with advantage. Dirty 20.
Yes, that will hit.
Crit, please.
Yep.
Pot coin.
Yep.
And I actually
Crit me,
wrote.
please.
I rolled my maximum damage already, which
There
is
we go.
51.
Hey, there
so-
we
But actually,
go.
Plus
If you-
10.
Yep.
So it's gonna
if
be
you use
61
the
because I'm
bardic
gonna throw
dice,
that
yes.
on.
Nice.
Yeah, you can max that and then add it,
So
and then roll it again.
oh, I meant to say this too. Bonus action. Before I do that, I'm igniting my hammer to radiant mode.
Okay.
As a
I
bonus?
will allow it.
Yeah. I just got so excited about the, but I
That's
intended
okay.
this because I was worried that he's resistant to bludgeoning. So I figured radiant might be a better choice. But so now I need to roll die. So give me a sec.
I mean, one thing to consider is that even if your hammer's not activated, it is still a magical hammer.
I
It
know,
still
but I
counts as
don't know what
adamantine.
kind of shenanigans. You already got a lot of shenanigans going on here with this guy,
Fair.
and I know I break the rules of that type of crap all the time. So I don't know
Yep.
what you're up to.
Yep. That's fair.
I'm just saying, if this was me being a jerk, what would I do? Not to say that you are. I'm just saying, like, you know,
No, but you're saying that you are and
thinking about
you're-
worst possible case. Okay, there's that. You already got the 61 down, right? The initial
Yes.
61.
Yep.
Okay. So we need. Uh, 39. So that brings it up to 90. No, 61
61 and 39 brings it up to an even 100.
on Hundo. Yeah.
Hundo.
Hundo on the first attack.
Okay. So,
First
what
attack.
happens? So let
Yeah.
me describe that as to what happens.
Yeah, first attack.
So, your radiant hammer cracks through this like coral shell that has been building up, and it crumbles and then falls off, and then continues going and deals. It's a pretty decent hit on this warforged.
Okay. So he had extra hit points or something. Yeah. Second attack. Well over 20, like 23 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
I'm also making this a level 3 smite.
Okay.
I'm not messing.
Because yes, we're not playing.
I might not make it to the next round, so let's get all the damage we can in here. Well, I can maybe
I
make it
say
to the next round.
that about these enemies. We're not fooling around with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially now that I can hit almost every time with damage. It's great.
Nice. I only opened with like my single most powerful single target spell, so you know.
Yeah, no, we're not playing tonight.
41.
Okay.
41
Another
radiant.
big hit. Definitely rattled. It looks like you knocked some plating off, and it sort of hobbles Mariner, who is sort of gripping its spear, and you see sort of one of its sort of ocular sensors sort of flicker.
And then I say, whoa, might have underestimated you a bit, mate. And I shout to everybody else, we need to finish this quickly, guys.
Let's see. Who's up next? I think it's the water elementals. Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, Izelia, you are going to fail another death save. As it's going to just crush you. The other water elementals are going to make 2 attacks against the rest of you. That's not going to hit Twixen. That is a 20 to hit May.
Yeah,
For a total of 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then against Jacobin... Oof! Oh, that's not going to hit. So, just splishity splash. Take out the trash.
big oof.
After that is Izelia's turn.
Okay. So really quick.
So as of right now, you have failed 2 death saving throws and succeeded 1.
Yes. So I can't use the plot coin to just get up, correct?
Let's see. Let me write down. No.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use my portent roll that I rolled for the beginning of today.
That's right.
Of a 13, and I'm going to succeed on a saving throw.
Okay.
There we go.
So what you can do with a successful death save is you can spend a plot coin to treat a successful death save as a nat 20.
Okay, we're going to do that.
In which case,
There we go.
So you are conscious and at 1 hit point, and you get the rest of your turn.
Whew. So I still have an action, correct?
You do. You have your
Okay.
whole suite of things.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me just put this here. Okay. I am going to cast Odaluke's Sphere on myself.
Okay.
Probably a
Here's
good
what
idea.
happens. So you cast it. You are now trapped in the sphere. So you are trapped in a water elemental in the sphere.
Cool.
So yeah,
Trapception.
that is what happens there. So you are still inside the water elemental. However, you will not be harried by anything else, and now you can beat the ever-living water out of this water elemental inside the hamster ball of doom.
Can I do that? Can I? Because I don't think I can damage anything.
We're gonna rule of cool this and say that because it's in the sphere with you.
Can it hurt me?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna need you.
Okay. What I'll say though is that yeah, we're gonna go with that for now because I want to keep this moving.
Okay. Could
Uh,
I have gotten out of that water elemental?
you could have used your action to escape a grapple.
Okay, so I'm happy with what I did.
Okay. I mean, I'll throw you a bone and say that like you escaped the grapple, so that like you're not just gonna like get crushed again and get knocked down to 0 hit points again. But you are trapped
Okay.
in the hamster ball with a water elemental.
Okay, that's kind of cool though.
Yeah. So Mariner looks at Jacobin at the end of that turn. I'm gonna spend a plot coin and say, I agree that it's time to finish this, and just slams the spear down, and the smaller streams of water explode. So basically, Twixen and May, you are each going to take 8 points of acid damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Done.
It is not an attack.
Oh, it's not an attack?
It is not an attack,
Oh.
and is not an area effect.
So it's 8?
It's 8.
Okay. I'm
8
hurting.
singular points of damage. However, because they exploded, those things of water are gone.
Okay.
The water level is going to continue to rise in the chamber on initiative count 20. May, you're up.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna just straight up, how far away is Mariner from me?
You can get there with a move.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. And can I bonus action out my Sunblade, or did I have to use my bonus action to dash to get there?
No, you can bonus action out your Sunblade.
Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna hit him with my Sunblade.
Okay.
That is a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Yup. And he's not undead, right?
Nope.
Okay. Only 7 points of damage.
Okay.
But that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, because I already used my bonus action, so we're good. We're good.
It is going to attempt to spear May.
Yep.
That will hit, so I am going to spend a plot coin to make that a crit. For 40 points of damage.
It doesn't even matter if I used uncanny dodge. I'm down.
Okay. And then a second attack with the other hand against Twixen. And that will hit. However, because it's not encrusted with coral, it deals 4.
Got it.
Twixen, you are up. At this point,
You know-
you notice that the sort of void in the water has dissipated.
You know, I'm kind of a sucker for tradition here. Is there a placement that I could cast Shatter and not have it whack the rest of the party?
There is not. As everybody's kind of bunched up right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you want to spend a plot coin, I'd allow you to kind of shape your spell a little bit.
No, I'll just stab him. It's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
12 to hit.
A 12 is not going to hit.
Didn't think so. Second attack. Ooh. 21 to hit.
That will totally hit.
Uh, 6 regular damage and 1 lightning damage.
Okay. Bit of a minor hit. Looking pretty rough, though. Jacobin.
Hold on. As a bonus action, I'm going to give Jacobin another inspiration die as I continue to throw the same.
Okay.
Okay, first attack. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
We're gonna do a level 2 smite,
Okay.
Right.
and I'm gonna add. No, I'm gonna hold on. We'll check. There we go. Oh, we lost
Oh, there's
30 damage, 30 radiant damage.
How would you like to do this?
Oh, beautiful. After Twixen jacks him with a spear, I spin around and swing and knock his warforged head clean off.
Okay.
That's that.
Beautiful.
And his no, Azalea got up. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I
Yes.
went for. That's why
Yeah,
I went
yeah,
for
yeah.
him because
Yes.
she was up. I saw she was up.
So,
Fair enough.
when that happens, the water begins to calm and recede. And the head kind of just sits in the sand that was washed up on the edge of the island. The body's still just kneeling there. It's slumped down and it's just sitting there, leaning up against the spear. The water elementals dissipate. So now, Izeli, you're just... There's just a puddle of water in your resilient sphere. a little basin of water in your sphere.
Cool.
May,
Yep.
give me a death save.
I need to. How do I? There we go. 11.
Okay. All right.
11.
So that is a success.
Yep.
Did you already spend a plot coin?
No, I did not.
Okay. So you can spend plot coin.
I'm going to use that plot coin to
Okay. All right.
turn that 11
So you're good.
into a crit, so I'm up 1.
Yep.
So I have 1
Um,
whole hit point.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like to imagine it as like when May goes down, you all just like look for a second, and then I just slowly raise my thumb up,
Yes.
So
I'm
And then
okay.
look and see the body of, and then I look and I see the body of Mariner on the ground, and I just flip it right at him, at his dead body, because I'm mad. Because it happened again.
So, I'm going to spend one of my newly earned plot coins.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the eyes, optical sensors on the head, sort of flicker back to life, but the body is still motionless.
I like slowly stand up and I just hold the sunblade right over the head. I'm like, I'll put it in 2. And I'm looking at Twixum.
I nod.
Before
I-
that happens,
I want to go Kylo Ren on it.
before that happens, I have more plot coins. Twixen, you get another inbound message. Same as before. Sort of flashes in that corrupted Aquan that just says, I will not find
Hey Josh, can you mute your mic when you're typing?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
redemption today. Or
Oh boy.
ever. And then poof. And the message gets cut out when May stabs the blade through the head.
Mhm.
Mm.
I imagine I'm going like a combination between Kylo Ren smashing the control station and Office Space.
In the interest of time, I'm gonna kind of wrap things up pretty quick here, because I know we're a bit over. So, Twixen,
Yes.
you find there is a ring. Is the item that bears your signature.
Okay. I grab
The
it.
ring is still crusted with coral. And when you acquire it, it seems the coral falls off, but it leaves sort of wave and coral patterns on it.
Pretty motif.
It is a ring
Shoo.
of swimming
Thank you.
Ooh.
that integrates with your systems. So no attunement.
Perfect.
But just in the interest of narrative, it is a warforged component. So an organic being trying to utilize it will probably not end well. What do you do with Mariner's remains?
I drag it onto our ship.
Do you collect the headpieces?
I try to collect as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as I see that
So
you're
here's the thing,
doing that,
the
I will
sunblade is
try
basically
and-
like a lightsaber. So it was a
Yeah.
very clean type thing. It didn't like shatter it into a million pieces or whatever.
No, but then I just kept hacking at it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Then in that case,
I would have tried to stop you after the first couple of whacks.
yeah, and we'll
Okay.
say
All right.
I'm gonna sort of narrative this, that after you did the initial stab and you went to like completely destroy it, Twixen
Mm-hmm.
stopped you through a
Okay.
combination of like the message that he got.
Mm-hmm.
So you gather up the rest of your stuff. You head back to the ship.
Can I mend the ship?
With mending.
Yes.
That's a
I meant-
cantrip, right?
Yeah, so
Yes.
Mending is... I mean, you would be spending, like, the better part of a day trying to... And, I mean, we can say that that's what you were doing previously. But, I mean, the larger ship itself, the structural damage has been healed.
No, I mean for the little mini one that we had.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sure. I mean, it'll take time.
Okay.
But we'll just say in the interest of wrapping things up, you all make your way back to the surface. It's a long, kind of somber. Like, Twixen seems a little quieter than usual.
Very, yep.
And that kind of, like, normally you'd be like, yeah, oh, we did it, yeah. But, like, the tone seems off, which, like, normally would be on brand for Twixen, but this seems a little even more so. You make it back up to the ship. The pirate ships are still encircled. The crew is up on deck, hanging out, playing cards. Everything seems to be fine. You all re-embark your ship and set sail back to Deepwater.
Yep.
Seems good.
Are we
and
supposed to
that-
be going somewhere else after the
Yeah, but we
first?
have
so-
to. It's easier for us to go to Deepwater first, and then
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The other one is
Just-
in
Yeah.
Kazdal.
Right.
But the fastest way is to go through the Reaver Sea in the other direction.
Okay. Cool.
So
We're good.
you spend the next week traveling with the sort of flotilla, and make your way back to Deepwater. And that is where we will end the session for tonight.
Woo!
So
Sounds good.
be sure to join us in 2 weeks and a day. So our next session will be on the 27th, and that is probably be a little bit of a lighter session. And then again, assuming baby doesn't come, 2 weeks after that will be kind of like a sort of silly session. It may tie into the campaign, may not. We may do something fun. But yeah, join us back here 2 weeks
anime
in a day.
filler beach episode.
It may just be a beach episode. We may do the beach episode, yeah. So
Love
If it's a
Uh,
beach episode in Deepwater, I would love that.
yeah. So we'll talk about that. I don't want to tie up any more
May
time.
would love that.
If you want to find more information about Tales of Jamora, you can check out jamora.com. If you want to find out more information about our projects at 8-Bit Adventures, be sure to check out 8-bitadventures.com. If you would like to support this show and other 8-Bit Adventures content, check out the Patreon at patreon.com/8bitadventures. Let's see. The opening theme of our new opening theme for the Kraken's Wake is World of Scattering Flowers by... Oh, I'm gonna get this. Hang on.
Another nat 1.
Yep, by Micah.
Yeah.
That's right. World of Scattering Flowers by Micah and Game Chops. Check out their stuff at gamechops.com. Also have a couple extra music credits, also by Game Chops. So there's Lead Poisoning by Absurdist. This is going to get a little bit of spoilers, but Bubble Man's Subaqueous Stronghold by Apoplexia, and The Bubble Drone by Doni. So be sure to check out all that work is by the Game Chops label, so gamechops.com. Does anybody have anything else?
No, I think it's one more week of you boys doing podcasts by your own on Thursdays, and then we're back on Wednesdays.
Yes.
I'm starting to think I shouldn't have chosen fire spells for this campaign.
And then
Don't worry. They
You'll
will
have
be-
your moment.
they'll
Yeah,
be
you'll
ready.
get
You
your-
will have
yeah.
your moment.
But yeah, so I look forward to I guess having all of you guys see me again on the 24th when we do podcast again on Wednesdays, but we do still have podcast on the 18th next week. That's next Thursday.
Yeah, that schedule's going to go up on Monday. So.
Yep.
With that, we're done. So, as always, have
It's
fun, everyone.
over.
Happy gaming, and enjoy your pie cake.
Hi, everybody.
Bye, guys.